Ora viva pessoal, my name is André and welcome to Dyson Sphere Program. I've been playing this game, off YouTube and basically when I have a bit of free time and I'm now recording, I play this game, and it's an amazing game. It's apparently through the comments that I've read. It's a combination of Factorio and Satisfactory. So I'm sure you have already heard about this game. So I've found a neat way to make to put these machines together to make red cubes. So if you look at the red cube production, you need graphite and hydrogen. Okay, what usually we do to make those is, first off, you start with what's it called, plasma refining. Now the way you do plasma refining is you grab an oil refinery and you make plasma refining. Well, you refine plasma basically, and what that does is it grabs crude oil and turns it into 2 refined oil and 1 hydrogen. Okay, but since the red cubes also take in graphite, what's it called? Graphite, energetic graphite. You can take advantage of this and also make something that produces graphite. So that's why we have X-ray cracking. Now X-ray cracking grabs 2 hydrogen and 1 refined oil and converts it into graphite and 3 hydrogen, which is exactly what you want for your red cubes production. Okay, now what did I found, or what did I came across with? I didn't came across with, I actually figured this one out. I'm sure that there are other people who use this scheme. I haven't seen any. That's why I'm making this video. My English, sorry. I usually watch Skystorm, Francis John videos to see their ideas, and none of them implemented this little thing that I have here. And to me, this is the most efficient way that you can make hydrogen and graphite. Now, as you can see, I have 9 machines which are supporting 7 matrix 7. What's this called? Labs? Yeah, matrix lab. Okay, it supports 7 matrix labs. Now, in order to make the full 9, I need to make a few more. Now, this comes in groups of 3s. Okay, the reason for that is very simple. Okay, the reason for that is very simple. If you take a look at the recipes, plasma refining gives out 2 refined oil and 1 hydrogen. Okay, X-ray cracking gets 2 hydrogen and 1 refined oil. So you need 2 of these machines that give out only 1 hydrogen to sustain 1 of the X-ray cracking machines. Very simple, right? You need 2. Did I say that this requires 3? No. The X-ray cracking gets 2 hydrogen, so you need 2 machines that make hydrogen to sustain 1 machine of X-ray cracking. Math is very simple, right? Okay. Now, what you have to do is you have to have 2 plasma refining machines that will give their hydrogen output to an X-ray cracking, and all of the 3 will give out graphite and refined oil. Okay, and hydrogen as well, because this one gives out 3 hydrogen. That's what you want. Okay, now how do you do that in a efficient way? Well, it's actually quite simple. You start by grabbing one of these, okay, and you point. So as you can see, if you look at the little structure that I have here, you only have one belt you only have one input belt and one output belt. That's it. You have a conveyor belt with crude oil that comes in, and then you have another belt that gets everything that they put out, and they consume absolutely nothing out of this belt. Okay, if you look at it, this belt, the middle belt, is only used by outputs, never inputs. The only input from belts, the only input that we have is from crude oil. Okay, so in my perspective, this is extremely efficient. And if you look at it, none of the machines is on standby ever. Let's, for instance, this one over here. It takes crude oil, so it's always working. Okay, as long as you have crude oil, it's always working. Nice. If you look at this one is always this one is also always working. See, it doesn't stop. It's continuously working. Now, why does it do that? Because it's being served by these two machines that are next to it. So as long as these two machines are working, you know, the left and the right, this one will always be working. So if this machine never stops, then you have an efficient machine, right? If it's always working, if all of the machines are always working, then they are efficient. Okay. So how do you do that? Extremely simple. You grab this. You grab one of the plasma refining thingies, and you place it in a space. Then you grab one of the X-ray cracking, and you place one next to it. You need to be one space separated. You need to separate them by one space. Otherwise, they won't be able to. You won't be able to pass items between one to the other because they will be very close. And you'll then grab another one of these plasma refining. So you have a group of three: plasma refining, X-ray cracking. Okay. Now, how do you do this? Well, very simple. First things first. You need to make each one of the. Let me just get this out of the way. Okay. You need to make each one of the plasma machines to give out their hydrogen to the X-ray cracking. Remember, this one needs 2 hydrogen in order to work. So you're going to grab one of the sorters that, if you pay close attention, all of my sorters except 2, except 1, no, except 2, are filtered. In the plasma machines, the only sorter that it's not filtered is the sorter that gets the material in. Can I filter? Oh, this is amazing. I didn't know this. You can filter on the way in. Very good. Everything that comes out of the plasma refining machine is filtered. Okay? Hydrogen goes here to the machine that is on its right, and the excess refined oil goes out to the exit belt. On the X-ray cracking, you don't filter the exit because you want to take everything that the machine outputs. So how do you do that? Well, you grab one of the hydrogen. By the way, if you copy a filtered belt, a filtered sorter, it will maintain its filter if it's compatible with the machine that you're putting it in. So if I grab this and I place it here, as you can see, it's already filtered by hydrogen. And I'll place it here, the same way here. Here. Okay. So we have 2 plasma refining machines giving out their hydrogen to the X-ray cracking, which is what we want. Then what I'm going to do is I'm going to grab one of the sorters that has the refined oil filter, and I'm going to choose one, either one, and I'm going to send their refined oil, one of their refined oil, to the cracking machine. There we go. So if you look at it, we have 2 hydrogen and 1 refined oil. Now we need to give out all of the excess. First thing is we grab take in mind this: if you don't filter the exits of the plasma refining machines, they will output both the oil, the refined oil and the hydrogen onto the exit belt. You don't want that. You want the plasma refining machine to only give out the excess refined oil. Every hydrogen that it has must be fed to the X-ray cracking machine. Okay, so in the output, as you can see here, in the output, you want to have sorters that are filtered by refined oil. Filtered by refined oil. Let's put the excess out. See that? So these two machines are outputting the excess refined oil. Now, last thing to do is grab a non-filtered sorter and put the X-ray cracking machine to give out its output to this belt here. Okay. Now everything's done with the exception of one thing, which is feeding these machines, the plasma refining machine. So grab one of these belts, or one of these sorters, and just grab crude oil and feed it to the machine. Now, if I've done things properly, have I done this properly? Yes, I did. Okay. So if you look at it, the machine never stops. Okay, and it's constantly being fed by the two machines that are next to it. So, since they have the same time to produce things, it's 2 seconds. That's why, well, 4 seconds. Oh, but it gives out 2. Okay. Things work. Right? 4 seconds here. Is it 4 seconds? And this one is 4 seconds as well. Yes, 4 seconds. I was doing the math on my mind, saying, how come this is possible? No, you make graphite if you use copper, not copper. What's this called? I forgot the name. Oh, I might have it on my coal. Yeah, okay. If you use coal, it will take half the time. Otherwise, it will take 4 seconds. And that's it, my friends. Quite simple and extremely effective. Okay? You only have one input belt and one output belt. Now, the way that I do this is very simple. I grab the output belt or the output items, and I do the following. I separate the refined oil. It goes here, and it feeds my yellow cube production. Yellow cubes production. Okay, the excess oil does only that. The excess refined oil. Sorry. Okay, this goes into here, feeds everything. The machine has stopped because I don't have titanium. I still need to import titanium. There you go. Machine will start working, and the yellow cubes will be produced. But if you take a look at what we have done, we now have 9 labs being fed by these machines. So the excess refined oil goes here to this tank that then goes to the yellow cube production. This might be the only dependence that I don't enjoy. Okay, because if the red cubes production becomes stagnant, you might back all of this up and you stop producing refined oil, in which turn you'll stop producing yellow cubes. So in a more effective way, you should probably feed the excess refined oil to okay, you can make the yellow cube production, but there should be a backup. We should have oil refineries serving this exclusively. Well, I will make that probably on a later stage. Then the graphite and the hydrogen come here. They get filtered. Graphite goes here, hydrogen goes here. Excess hydrogen goes to a storage tank, in which which in turn will be fed to all of this energy production. Okay, this is just burning the excess hydrogen. Oh, I'm also making the hydrogen rods, okay, for my mecha, which is being fed. And that's it, my friends. I hope that this video has been useful to you. If it was, please leave it a like. And if you enjoy this kind of games, I don't usually do exclusively. I don't usually do tips videos. I could start making it, but I don't do it usually. So if you enjoy this content, you know, this game and other games like this, consider subscribing to my channel, because I keep playing them. And that's it, my friends. Thank you very much, and I hope to see you all on my next video. Bye bye.